Hello and welcome to episode 3 of Life After the Locker Room, where we speak to players of all sports. At the moment, we're just doing American football, about that weird bit where you have to retire because you come into kind of football or any sport with, this is the best thing ever. I've got all my mates. I'm having a good time. I'm getting fitter. And then all of a sudden you go, it's time to stop this. And it's kind of the kind of mental anguish and the stories and the drama that people go through. With it all. So today we are with handsome Rik Lowthion. Say hello.
Morning, guys.
There you go. How's that for an intro?
Yeah.
Look at him.
But yeah, this time in the morning.
Yes. Yeah, that's it. I always do these in the morning. I mean, I did one which hasn't been released yet. I did it at, what was it? It was like 2:00 in the morning for Alabama time. Yeah, it was no fun at all. Let's just say, I was sat there going, "Are you done? Are we done? I'm so sorry, I'm asleep." But we always do this in the morning. So good morning.
Morning.
How is life in sunny Manchester?
Drizzle this morning, as usual. Little bit of sunshine trying to crack through right now.
There you go.
So yeah, it's not too bad.
The thing is, and I've just kind of noticed this, if you swivel your chair to one side, you're in Manchester with a big mural on the wall for Liverpool.
Sorry, I was trying to hide that so that people don't see it and get offended.
It's all right. So I mean, you can't be, are you a Liverpool fan?
Yeah, I am a Liverpool fan. It's Josh's bedroom as well, my son's bedroom. So I've
So, no one goes into that room from your local area, otherwise they'd be
no. It's quite funny when our niece comes. She won't sleep in here because her dad's a United fan, so she'll sleep in the other room.
I love that. So, of course, we're talking we will be moving on to all sports, but you're very much American football through and through.
Oh yes.
Tell me, I mean, how did you first get into it? Where was your first sort of exposure to it?
So probably 84 maybe. One of my best mates at school went to Washington DC.
Nice.
Came back with a football, and it was just about the same time as it kind of exploded on TV.
So the Channel 4 years.
Channel 4, yeah. Two tribes go to war and all that sort of stuff.
Nice.
And basically we sat watching it. He brings out this football, so we start throwing the football, and then everybody at school started getting into it, and we're just throwing the ball around. And yeah, that was my first sort of interaction with the sport.
Which school was that?
A local one, so Wardle High School.
Wardle High.
Yeah, so just in a little village called Wardle, funnily enough. So yeah, it's that was basically how we started with watching football.
What was it on at like stupid o'clock in the morning on Channel 4? Or was it?
No, it was a highlight show the week later at that time.
Right.
So we already knew who'd won because we were researching it in between. So like you watch the highlight show the week after, which would show every single game, but like 5 minutes of every single game.
Right.
I think I actually started out. I mean, you know my affiliation to the Dolphins, but I think I actually started out. Sorry,
that's all right. No, I was going to say, go on. This is.
I actually started out probably as a Green Bay fan because that's the first game I ever saw.
Wow.
Until I saw Dan Marino start pinging balls around, I'm like, actually, they're cool, and I like him. So
are you still? I mean, is everyone sort of has their team? I mean, I'm a Jets fan. I must have upset someone in a previous life. Yeah, I know we're crap. But I always kind of have a little kind of a soft spot for St. Louis Rams. I watched the 99 final, the 99 Super Bowl. And was it the Titans? They beat only
yeah.
Do you still have a bit of a soft spot for the Packers, or is that just dead?
I think Packers are one of them teams that most people probably like just because of the ownership and what they represent for the NFL. I wouldn't probably say if I'm looking at another team, it might be somebody like the 49ers or the Bears.
Oh,
Just purely because they were the massive teams in the early 80s, mid 80s.
yeah.
The 85 Bears were just phenomenal to watch.
Frightening.
Frightening. And then I'd say probably more players than teams. It's like your Lawrence Taylors of this world,
Yeah, you can't not like him.
No, Walter Payton. Obviously Dan Marino. I mean that's just my absolute hero. Montana, Jerry Rice. Just names like Steve Largent, who you might not even have heard of.
Now you're getting a little bit into the
yeah. He was
diehard fan.
He was Seattle Seahawks wide receiver. Little guy, put everything into it, but he could catch anything. I mean, anything.
Nice. So young Rik, he's at Wardle High School. He's playing this. How did you then carry on with it? What was the next progression?
We ended up probably about 15 or 18 of us playing at school every single break time. It was like sat there on the edge of your chair waiting for the bell to go. Right, let's go play football. Straight out onto the tennis court. I was the first person to throw it as fast all the way across the length of a tennis court in school.
What a boy! That's something you've got to hang on to as a core memory.
Yeah. Number one. And then I think one of the guys had found out about the. Oh no! In fact, no. I played. Oh yeah, Rochdale had a team. So in the 80s, the mid 80s, Rochdale had a team, Bury had a team, Bolton had a team, Oldham had a team, Manchester had 3 teams.
Jesus.
Stockport had a team. There was a team in Eccles. All adult teams.
And they just popped up, and obviously, now in 2025, most of those have disappeared.
Yeah, no,
it's crazy.
Probably 100% of them have disappeared. So Rochdale, they had a team called the Cobras. It's quite a cool name, actually.
That's pretty cool.
And it was an old Spartans player that started it, the Manchester Spartans. So I got involved with that. Kind of, what would have been then? 14, 15 maybe. Playing just kids. The adults were doing their thing. The kids, it was probably about a group of about a dozen kids that trained every week and did stuff.
No, fair. Is this it or just flag type thing now?
We played like 2-touch or whatever, just learning how to do stuff basically. Then when I was 16, I actually played for the adults team.
What?
Full kit, everything. I played. So I think I only ever played one game. Where I probably thought after the game, like, oh, I could have died today. Because we all know how physical it was back then. It was, you could get away with a hell of a lot more. Your helmet was a weapon. It wasn't football. And I'm a 16-year-old kid. I was built like this, playing against adults. And I think the first, so it was Bolton Buccaneers, I think they were called.
Is this why Lancs have gone back to the Buccaneers now?
I don't know if it's affiliated, to be fair, but so the Bolton Buccaneers, they played in the horrible orange kit that the Buccaneers in Tampa Bay played in. And I was backup QB, and I'd seen 3 ambulances go away from this game, and I'm talking like horrible injuries as well. I think one of them was a broken hip, so it wasn't nice.
I love the fact that they were just like, "Oh, is he dead? No, carry on,
carry on." And we had an American QB called Dale.
Oh,
and
quality kid, man.
He comes off the field. I mean, he lived in England. Hadn't come from America. He lived in Rochdale.
Doesn't matter. He was American. He was a dude.
Yeah, he was the man. And an Italian wide receiver called Riccardo Toniolo. I remember that name.
Come on, that's fantastic! I love that.
Yeah, and so Dale comes limping off and literally points at me and goes, "You're in." And I'm like, "Oh no, yeah." So, not being one to back down,
obviously.
yeah, I've got to play. I've got to go in and play.
Yeah.
I think I've completed 3 passes to my mate from school. Get
rid.
And it was literally, I couldn't see anything. It was literally like, Wayne should be over there somewhere, and he'd catch it. And then I threw an interception. And then I think that was the end of the game. But I got absolutely smashed by one guy. Linebacker just coming through, throwing the ball, boom, get lit up. And that was kind of where I'm like, maybe I shouldn't be playing with adults. I'm a little bit young for this.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we did our research and found the Manchester All-Stars, who were one of the 2 massive teams in Manchester, the Spartans and the All-Stars. They had a youth team in Aylesworth, which is not too far away. So I latched onto that, basically, and got down there. And that was a lot better. People my size.
I was going to say, people, you're not getting like thrown around like you're a toothpick.
No. There were certain players, because obviously I was 16 and there were kids 19-year-old that playing for them.
No.
I didn't play QB for them because when I got there, the QB was the backup GB QB.
Oh, right.
So there's no way I was starting. So I decided to play wide receiver, which I did to a good level. And then, I was there for 2 seasons. We won 1 game in 2 seasons. It worked great.
But you were learning the game though. This is it.
Yeah, exactly. And it's them relationships with guys as well.
Do you still keep in touch with anyone from that?
Yeah, we're actually messaging the other day about meeting up. So some of the older guys and the young guys, we all get on. Vernon Kay was part of that team, if you obviously know the name.
Yeah. I think everyone knows the name.
Yeah, so we did something in 2011 with him for a TV show. But yeah, it's in fact one of the coaches at the Titans, the under-16s coach, the head coach, was on that team when I was a kid, 16-year-old.
Oh, wow.
So I've known Andy Aspidge. I've known him since I was 16. So I still see him twice a week.
30 something now.
Yeah.
Someone in your 30s.
Yeah, plus a little bit more. So yeah, it was a great time.
I was going to say. Yeah. So where from there? So obviously you've done the youth team. Was it always Manchester or
no? So the youth team, the All Stars folded as a entity. They stopped probably 89, maybe 90. They announced today. I was gutted, absolutely gutted, because I wanted to play for the adults team. No. They were my Britball heroes. I've met a lot of them since and chatted. Dave Leach, the guy that looked after it, I've met him loads of times and chats. So we ended up going to Blackpool Falcons.
It is weird. Like I say, it is obviously because you knew them as teams. For me, I'm like, these are alien teams, and I started in 2005, and I'm like, I've never heard of any of these. This is wild.
Well, they were. So I wouldn't go to the Spartans. No way I was wearing that shirt.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
The rivalry's that big.
Yeah. It was bitter. So yeah, we ended up in Blackpool. They played in Stanley Park Stadium.
Wow.
So it's like the full athletic stadium. I actually played a year for the youth, and at the same time I played for the adults team as well. So you could do both at that point. So I played 2 seasons in 1 year. Jesus. I mean, how broken were the end of that? I was young. I bounced a lot. It's fine. I probably didn't play a lot for the seniors, to be fair, because I remember in particular having one training session and I'd gone up for this ball. It was a complete hospital pass. Like, I must have been about 4 foot off the ground when I'm up for this ball in the air. And the cornerback, who's, let's say, I was lucky if I was 150 pounds, if I was 11, 12 stone. And the guy was 15, 16 stone. That hit me in the small of my back.
Oh.
And I swear my head hit his bum all the way over. He folded me in half. Yeah, I dropped the ball. So I just got absolutely
I was going to say,
smashed.
did you catch it?
And I gets up, and the American QB goes, "Can we get some receivers who can catch?" And I'm like, "You having a laugh?" And he's like, "What are you saying?" I said, "Like, you just put that up there. I've gone up for it. And you're having a do at me thingy. If I'd have just left it, what you would have said?" So yeah, I didn't play as much with adults.
It's the fact that you had to go, and you're like, "I'm fearless. I'm just gonna cry."
Oh, I mean, I know later on in my career when I played for the Titans, if it was 4th down and 3 and I was on a slant, I knew I was getting the ball because the QB know I would go in no matter what. I was getting that ball. So, you know, the physicality of it doesn't scare me. I mean, you know, from me playing QB at Spartans, yeah, if I go for a mingle down the run, I'm not sliding.
You go ahead.
I'm lowering the shoulder. I'm going for it.
Number of times that, of course, I don't know if we'll come to it in a bit, but me and Rik played together at Holton Spartans in 2018, 2019, and it was one of those ones of obviously never come through the left side, safe hands. It's not coming through, but if someone came through and hit you, and you went down, you stand up over the player that had hit you and say, "Is that all you've got? Come on, let's go again." And they'd be like, "He's mental."
So there's actually a picture of me and Ross Dryden, the wide receiver. I've gone for a run into the end zone and ran over somebody in the end zone, and both me and Ross are like stood over him, like, really?
Is that the best you got?
Yeah.
But, so you've had that all your career. So you go from Blackpool. I mean, this is the thing: it's a little snapshot into the feelings. How did it feel running out into like that stadium, full armor, full kit, after throwing the ball around on a tennis field with no kit, no nothing? That's your first taste of adult football. How did that feel?
I'll tell you, my first taste of football was better than that.
Go on.
At youth level. So it was the opening of the Paralympics in probably 88. I think it might have been 88. And we went down to play the old Leicester Panthers.
No.
In Saffron Lane Stadium. It was an old cyclodrome. Doesn't exist anymore. It's long been knocked down. The corners of the end zone went up the track. So
health and safety.
Yeah, just a little bit. It was the old AstroTurf that was concrete with about 5-10 mil of carpet on top of it. I think we had probably, I'm going to say 60 or 70 players for the All Stars youth team there. And you came over one end zone, over the end of the track on this gantry, and then down onto the field. They were stood on the sideline, and we were still coming off the gantry. And you walked up to the middle of the pitch and then split. But that was in front of 8,000 people for the opening of the Paralympics.
Wow.
And Gary Lineker did the coin toss. Obviously, he's from Leicester.
Obviously, what a guy.
So, yeah, I think we lost 13-0 because I think they were national champions at the time. But in terms of wow, this is just, I think we played to another level because they spanked us 56-0 or something 2 weeks later at our place.
I love that. You would have gone into that second game. No, we've got a chance here. No, we haven't.
But yeah, in terms of like you're coming over this gantry and this crowd is just going mental. You're like, whoa, okay, yeah, nice. I'm up for this. But Blackpool, I mean, even Blackpool, I'd say there was probably a good 2,000 strong crowd that came every week when they played.
Jesus, that's really
for
good.
the adults team.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had a good following at Blackpool. And again, still mates. I'm still in a WhatsApp group with a load of them players as well. He's probably Lee Hall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Him and quite a few of the lads still keep in touch. He's obviously coaching up at Lancaster Uni now.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're again friendships that have just lasted.
That's it. So where did you go from Blackpool?
Nowhere. Blackpool ceased in 92, I'm going to say. And then I ended up, basically because of work. I was working in a supermarket at the time. I was a manager in a supermarket.
All right.
And they decided to open Sundays.
Oh.
So, yeah. I stopped playing till probably about 98.
So you had 6 years off?
6 years, yeah.
How was that?
I still trained. I still did. So I've always been like ridden a bike, mountain bike, road bike, whatever. So I just did other things, I suppose. I was still, so my best mate at the time, from, I don't know if I knew him from Rochdale actually. He never came. He was 2 years older than me, so he didn't come to the All Stars. But we started hanging out for years, like my big brother.
Cute.
And then I changed jobs in 98 to go to work for a phone shop in retail, and they didn't open Sundays.
Hey!
So
how was that unlocking the sport?
Oh, literally was me and Lee. As soon as I said that the Sundays are free, we're like, right, where we're going playing.
Nice. So where was it?
Ended up being Yorkshire Rams.
Nice.
So for 3 or 4 seasons, made. So we were Div 2. Me and you might know Nathan Hazel.
Might know the name.
Nate Hazel, yeah, he's been around a long time. I knew him from he was an adults player on the All Stars team. Me and him were the only 2 Div 2 players that made the England squad in '99, and it was England, Scotland, Ireland, Wales at that point.
Wow! So how was it going back for you, sort of mentally, after having 6 years off? Were you just like easy peasy, or was there any sort of apprehension?
It was. I think we went to a few teams to see how they were in terms of training, and a couple got dismissed because they were like, "Oh, these are a pub team," kind of thing. You know,
are you allowed to name names now? They're slightly defunct, or are you?
I can't remember who we went to be fair.
It's just like
I'm getting old now. I forget things like this. Yeah. I can't remember who it was. I'd probably have to ask Lee. He'd tell me. So yeah, we've gone to these 2 teams, and they're like, nah. Went to Yorkshire, and it wasn't so much that. To be fair, the facilities they were in were horrible.
Why? What was up with them?
Just half derelict changing rooms, if I remember. It was just horrible. The place. It's like up on the changing rooms up on a hill, and you came down to the field on the base.
Brick ball, solid brick
yeah,
ball.
Oh yeah, definitely. But then they moved to somewhere better, and that's kind of we went back then because they were moving, and it was closer to us as well. Rather, I think this was Wakefield where we were originally. So it's quite a trek from Manchester, from Rochdale. But then it was the acceptance straight away.
Yeah,
it was like I think we both, because Lee had played football for years as well.
Yeah.
I think when we both turned up and started doing our thing, they maybe went, "Oh, these 2 know what they're doing."
Yeah, you're like,
yeah.
Oh,
come into the fold, young man. Come into the fold. And then so again, I was wide receiver there because they had an established quarterback who it was the you don't want to ruffle the feathers. I was the backup QB again because they'd seen me throw the ball, and then yeah, we played, I think, 2 years before Mick, the QB, retired. And then I ended up being starter for a season. Then a young lad came, and he was about 4'0". He wanted to play QB. He was quite decent, so I went back to wide receiver. So I flitted between the two quite a lot.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
So,
it was good fun.
where was home after that? Because am I right in thinking at some point you started the Titans?
2003, yeah. Me and Lee.
So what was the story? I mean, were you still at the Rams then, or was there a little bit
it was.
before?
We're still at the Rams. I think. Did I change jobs again then? Oh no, yeah, I had changed jobs, but the company car came with that, so it's free travel. It was fine.
Nice.
So yeah, I basically got sick of going all the way because they actually moved over to Wakefield and Dewsbury, which was a mare getting to.
Right.
And we both sort of said, like, we kind of let's play back at home. Let's see what we can do at home. We'd probably knew enough people at that point as well, to put feelers out, league and everything like that.
Was the Spartans All Stars and all that still alive or still going, or
no, they died long since. I think the Spartans lasted till about 95, 96.
Right.
Whereas the All Stars went in 90, 91 sort of time.
Wow. So there's obviously, because obviously I started later on, but there was this massive boom of American football in the 80s, and then they all just disappeared. They all just fold, or
funding, I think, was the issue. So I think that it was Budweiser, Coca-Cola that were involved with the leagues back then.
Right.
And for whatever reason, there are rumours, obviously. For whatever reason, they pulled the money out. The money was being used not for football purposes. It was doing different things to what it was supposed to do. So I think they went, right, well, we'll just pull the plug on that then, so you don't get any more money.
Scandal.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just part of the course, to be fair, in any sort of amateur sport, isn't it?
Yeah, it's yeah. So somebody got a bit greedy by the sounds of it, but they are just rumours. I don't know if that's true.
I love that. I love this political answer you're giving.
Yeah.
I love it. So you and Lee started the Titans.
Yeah. So we got a band of about 25 players together from Manchester. Played the first season in 2003. I was QB. Lee had just had reconstructive knee surgery on both knees and still played the whole season.
What?
Yes.
Jesus.
He still runs like his legs are straight. Plays rugby now. He's still playing rugby at 55, I think he is now. So
I think I would have just clocked out to non-contact sport a long time ago.
He's a big lad. He's 6'8" and about 6'8" and about 20 stone, probably when we were playing. Probably a few stone heavier now. He's enjoyed a few more Guinnesses nowadays.
He's allowed to.
Yeah. So yeah, we played the first season. I think we went 1-8-1 in our first year.
Oh wow!
But we had some really good games. I mean, really good games. Glasgow, I think we were this much away from beating them. Literally, I'd seen my wide receiver open, and I was pulling the trigger, and the guy just caught my arm. It's gone, and that would have been the winning TD.
So how long were you at Titans for? Because you were there for a while.
Well, no, I actually played there for that 1 year. Me and Lee fell out over a few bits.
Are we
running the club?
Are we taking the political answer here, or are we?
No, well, just I love him to death. He's my big brother, but he's a control freak. So he'd complain about stuff not helping with stuff, but then when you helped him, he's like, "Oh, give it here, I'll do it anyway." So I just got annoyed with that. And then, in fact, a Scottish QB came to training one day, who to be fair, had an arm on him.
Yeah.
But it was one of them QBs that could only throw it hard. It wasn't. There was no touch on a pass. It was a bullet every time. And it's like, yeah, I appreciate he's got an arm. He can throw it further than me. Blah blah blah. So, but sometimes you need to be able to just think it over the top of somebody, or
Short
change your arm
mid-range
angle.
pass.
And he couldn't do that, and it just wound me up a little bit. And then it was like, "Oh, he'll be starting next year." I said, "Well, yeah, he will be because I'm going."
Oh wow! That was it. You built it.
I ended up to going back to Yorkshire for probably 3 seasons, playing there at QB again and wide receiver, and then Lee left the Titans. I don't think he ended up playing anywhere. I'd kind of lost touch with him at this point. And then I went back to the Titans, where there's a few guys that I knew from old time that were playing there. And it was literally Chris Harwood, the guy that was helping run it at the time. Just I spoke to him on the phone, and he's like, "What number do you want?" I'm like, "I want my number 8." And he went, "Right, shows." No
really?
problem. Yeah, basically told the player that had number 8. Sorry, mate.
So it's not happening.
Yeah, he's having that number. Rick's coming back.
So I mean, you've bounced around and you feel. Which of these clubs do you feel is more like sort of home? Which did you feel most comfortable at?
It's a hard one now, because a lot of the guys, obviously, I coach under 19s Titans now, and not many of the adult players know me. Not many of the management know who I am.
Oh wow!
There's a few guys, like we all know John Homer. He obviously knows me and stuff like that from that time. So I kind of go incognito really when I'm coaching at the Titans.
But if you could spin the clock back, because we'll obviously come on to the whole retirement thing. You've bounced, you've mentioned a load of teams: Yorkshire, Blackpool, Manchester. Which of those do you feel was like your golden years? Which is your like, if I could preserve this time, these are the guys and this is the place?
If it's a feeling of belonging and stuff like that, nothing to do with the football side of it, it's the All Stars youth team.
Yeah,
without a doubt. That
nice.
When we did the thing with Vernon in 2011, obviously I'd not seen some of these guys for 20 years.
Yeah.
One of the guys, Wayne, was I'm going to say a friend from school. He was the rough and ready kid at school. Got expelled for nicking stuff and thinking, but I always got on with him really well.
Yeah.
Never did anything to me. Maybe punched me a couple of times, but that's a different story.
That's kids being kids, isn't it?
Yeah. I think I told him to shut the F up once, and he came up to my face and said, "Tell me to do that again, and I'll punch you." So I told him, and he punched me. So I kind of got what I asked for, really. But I'd known him since I was 4 or 5 year old. And he was part of that All Stars team. And I don't know where he is now. I've not seen him since 2011. And I walked into that. I think we had a meeting room at Hotwood Hall College, which is not too far away from here. And he literally jumped across the room and gave me a massive hug. And I reciprocated. I was pleased to see him. But just walking into that room in 2011 with that set of guys was straight away like I was 18 again.
Yeah.
Boom. Straight into that. The same banter, the same jokes, everything. We're just as if we'd not even left each other. And it was just click. Boom. There we go. Yeah. And they're a great bunch of guys. We lost a lot of games together, but damn, we had a good time.
Oh, I love that. So at what point, I mean, obviously you went to Crewe for a bit and you did that thing. And then for Crewe to Spartans?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And our big bowl run?
Yeah.
So, and I hate to bring this up, but how many bowl finals have you been in?
3,
3. How many have you won?
0.
Sorry, love. I think, it's just such a damn shame. It's such a nice bloke can get to 3.
2 were really close. So Yorkshire was our last game at York. Mine and Lee's last game at Yorkshire together was the Div 2 Bowl in Sheffield. We played Norwich. If I'm honest, we were a mega run heavy team. I mean, it was just you were just blocking, and I was kind of like a hybrid tight end wide receiver, so I was on the end of the line. But we actually played the left tackle was right side, so we played tight end, guard, centre, guard, tackle, and another tight end, 2 running backs, QB, wide receiver out there.
This smells a little bit like single wing.
Yeah, we were running it down your throat, basically.
Nice.
And to be fair, we had 2 awesome running backs, and the QB could scamper as well. He was a scamp. He'd just take off and be gone. So it was a bit of a bit part series in that game. But I was pleased at the end of the game because their American safety came over to us and like, we've studied you to make sure we keep you under wraps. So I was like, well, thanks for that. Yeah, I appreciate that. It's can you tell my team that so they try throwing me the ball?
Or could you just not?
Yeah. But I mean, again, that was in front of 3,000 or 4,000. It's a local. It's Sheffield. It's local to Yorkshire, so loads of people down. So that was a great. Then I think the second one was maybe 2010 or 2010 with Titans. We'd gone 10-0.
Wow.
Cruised through the season. Got the London Olympians in the final, but not the London Olympians of old.
Not the O's.
Yeah, they're coming back up. Again, I was getting older. I was, what will I have been then? Like late 30s. So I wasn't a starter. I knew I wasn't a starter at that point with the talent that we had at Manchester. So I wasn't too disturbed by not playing as much because I knew my role at that point. And then we lost that one. I think we got battered. Not battered, but it wasn't close.
It was a comprehensive loss.
Yeah, we still put a good show up, but we were never winning the game. So it's still hard to say. You still don't want to lose. And then Holton was heart wrenching.
Well, we turned up with no DBs. You had I think you were dying of the flu or something.
Yeah, well, I woke up ill on the morning. I was fine by game time. To be fair, I'd probably pumped enough.
I was going to say, how much chemicals did you have in yourself?
Yeah, a few chemicals inside, a few bits of paracetamol, and loads of energy drinks, and I felt all right. To be fair, if I'm from my own point of view, I think I played really well. Threw 4 touchdowns.
Just saying.
There's one play that haunts me.
Oh, which one?
We were doing a speed option off the left, and I completely cocked it up. So I was crap. It wasn't a very good speed option. I should have just run with the ball instead of trying to pitch it, basically.
See, I can't remember. It's something that I struggle with, and I don't know why. I can remember certain little bits of games, but I can't remember a lot of specific plays. I think it's just because my job is literally push that guy out of the way or stop him going that way. How many key plays do you remember from your career? Could you put yourself back in that moment? Obviously that one, but anything else you can sort of remember vividly?
Sparking out an East Kilbride safety.
Go on, what happened there?
So we're at Dewsbury Rams Stadium with Yorkshire.
Yeah.
Never beaten the East Kilbride Pirates.
They were the team to beat them.
Yeah, they were one of the teams at the time. And we had a lot of Lancashire Wolverines folded for a year, and a lot of their players came to us. And we had a QB called Adam Purcell, who was an athlete, who was a really good athlete. And I'm playing wide receiver on his left on the offense. And he's gone to throw it, pulled it down, started running. So I've come back towards him. And the safety's bent round. So he's come up and started to turn to follow him as I've gone full speed into the side of his head. That's it. It was completely legal at that point. I put the crown of my helmet through his ear hole at full speed. But all my side, because it was on my sideline as well, so all our sidelines saw it coming. The only guy that didn't know about it was this guy that was going to get hit. And I think I landed 5 yards past him.
Oh wow! Jesus.
And the momentum stopped. He was done. He was out cold. I mean, I was concerned about him obviously because I knew I'd spanked him. But Percy comes back, and like sometimes I wish I was a second slower just so I could have seen that because I heard it. So I was running away from you. So yeah, but to be fair to the guy after the game, put a pint in front of me and went, "Fair hit, mate."
I like that.
You know, yeah, straight away. No malice. He said, "You've not gone out to hurt me. You've just done your job."
Yeah.
So
that is the good thing with American football is because the community is like this big.
Yeah.
Is that there's very few times. I mean, there's obviously kind of rivalries, like you said, like early on days with Manchester, you wouldn't wear a Spartans jersey because of that. But the very few times you have actual animosity against someone else in the sport. I mean, I would always, when I'm playing, I'd have a sort of like, we'd do the first thing, everyone would be like revved up. By the second quarter or something, I'm having a chat with the opposite defensive end.
Yeah.
So, how are you? You all right? Well, it's a lovely picture you've got here. Because we all just love the sport that much. And because it's a teeny tiny game, you're just like, oh, you're interested? I'll chat to you because we're gonna be knocking the stuffing out of each other for a couple of hours. So, what's your name and where'd you come from? And maybe I'm a little bit of an outlier, but that is true. Is a lot of people get on with their opposite numbers, like you say. You've destroyed this guy's day, and they still put a pint in front of you. It's lovely.
Yeah.
But unless I'm wrong, is there someone that you really dislike?
Bucks head coach now, Lancashire Buccaneers.
Yeah.
Ian Nicholson. Probably you know him. No.
So
he used to play cornerback against us in the early days of the Titans. And we always share a hug and reminisce about playing each other and stuff like that. So, that goes on a lot. I saw, in fact, last weekend, the Rosendale Bucks are a new team in the area.
Yeah.
Their head coach used to be my old head coach at Titans.
All right.
Orlando Holman. American dude.
Cool name.
From Philly. And he was there. So at halftime, I walked across the pitch and obviously shared a moment, a big hug and stuff like that with him and stuff. So
see, this is it.
Yeah, it's
lovely.
what it's about. I'm sure other sports do similar stuff, but
always seems a little bit nastier in other sports. I'm not going to lie, but so anyway, we have Holton. We do the 2019, 2020 COVID, and you damn near chopped most of your toes off your foot. So, and then what happens? I mean, that was pretty much you done with domestic football?
Yeah. So I kind of knew at the start of that 2019 team that I was struggling with Achilles injuries, basically. I think we went because I always ran. I always kept myself fit. I literally, after a season, I maybe had 2 weeks off just to let a few niggles disappear, and then I'd be back in the weights room. I'd be back running, cycling, whatever. Because I knew at that point if I stopped for too long, what was I, 48 when I retired? If I stopped for too long, I probably wasn't going to get back to fitness anytime quickly. So I think our first session back was in the stadium with Holton, and I was put at the front of one of the lines because you can run. You're one of the fit ones, and I'm thinking, I've not been able to run all off season because of my ankles, and it damn near killed me that session. It obviously came apparent straight away that I wasn't in the shape I was normally. But yeah, I think Sam was on a game morning was massaging my Achilles and my calves to try and get them moving. I was playing with ibuprofen gel all over the back of my legs to try and keep the swelling down and stop the pain from coming through. Did all right because me and Tom kind of switched between being starters or whatever. But I've got to say, I really enjoyed that year. I knew from day one on that year that was a better team than the other two championship teams I'd been on. Yeah, day one, straight away you could tell by the atmosphere where everybody was, who the new guys that had come to the team that year.
Hello,
you and Mr. Risco. Yeah, it was just a different atmosphere that, and it was like, right, yeah, this could go this. So yeah, I enjoyed it, and I probably learned more in that year than I'd done in the 20 years previous.
Really?
Because of your mate, Mr. Pinnington.
Gaz, big Gaz.
Absolutely brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just at QB, just little things he was telling us at QB, I'm like, wow, okay, I'm actually learning new stuff here that I've not been taught before.
And how long have you been playing by then?
Years. 1988 to 2019, so
every day's a school day.
31 years or whatever. Yeah. So yeah, I appreciated that year. That was good, and I also knew in the background, because of what the missus was doing, that there were conversations about me. Not say I couldn't run or anything like that, but I didn't have the tools as a QB throwing the ball and stuff like that.
Right.
So a little fire inside of me was go, I'll show you. So yeah, I'll always back myself up when it comes to throwing a ball. Yeah, I might not be able to throw it as far as people, stuff like that, but I can throw every ball you want me to throw. And I would say better than, that sound really cocky now, better than about 75-80% of QBs that are playing Brit ball now.
Yeah, and it's hard to argue against you.
No,
because I've seen you play.
Yeah,
and that's the thing, is I know you'll do it, even if you throw your arm out your socket. You'll throw that ball.
Yeah. And I'll stand in there as well and I'm not bothered about getting hit. That's one thing that winds me up about young QBs. Like, I need to run.
Yeah.
No, just get rid of the ball quicker, and then you don't get hit.
Well, there is that. So, I mean, obviously, the domestic, that's your last season, and domestic. Every game that we go through, obviously, we had one on because I think now we're playing Dumfries Hunters.
Yeah.
Then we played someone else, and then
Blackhawks.
The backup Blackhawks. And then we're in the final. You step it up there. We're in Newcastle. Is that right?
Yeah.
And I mean, we've got a decimated squad. Craig Owen going out was a damn shame. What a player he was. I think he's back playing again in Merseyside.
I might see him tomorrow.
He's a lovely lad. Love him to bits. But you knew that final was potentially your last ever game. How did that feel?
I was okay with it, if I'm honest, because I'd kind of made that decision early on in the season. So every extra game we got was a bonus. So just the fact there's a final, don't get me wrong, I was ultra focused on that day.
No.
It was blinkers. I'm doing everything I can to help us win this game.
Yeah.
whether it's putting my body on the line or whatever.
4 TDs. 4
yeah.
TDs thrown is a
3
very, very
interceptions,
good
though, but
day.
we won't talk about it.
We don't.
I will say only one of them was my fault. So, yeah, I was kind of... I guess it didn't really hit until the end of the game.
No?
So, you've got probably 10 minutes in real time, not game time, at the end where we're not going to win this game. And we knew we weren't going to win it at that point. So it's starting to come.
No.
And yeah, I was in tears on the sideline, definitely. I was done. I was out of it at the end of the game.
What was it? I mean, what was it? What did it feel like? I mean, what was it? Was it kind of like this is the end, or we've lost, or why was it? What was it that got you?
I'd probably got it into my head that I'd get the fairy tale ending as well, because we were that good a team. I didn't expect to lose that day, if I'm honest.
No one.
They just did. No, none of us did. But that again, that's how you should play football. It's go if you expect to lose, you're going to lose.
No.
Yeah, it was. It was weird.
Yeah.
Another way I could say it. Yeah, it was. It's like that. This is it. What we're going to do with Sundays now.
So, yeah, well, just tell me about that. That first Sunday where you knew clubs were training and you weren't there. How did that feel?
Well, obviously the Spartans went back to training. I think after I'd had my little accident with my foot. Yeah. So in fact, the foot damaging my foot probably did me a favour, to be fair. It's like that basically completely said you're not playing.
Yeah, you're done for a little while.
Yeah, I'm done for a little while on that.
Yeah.
So going back wasn't too bad. Obviously, I'm in the boot and coming to training with my mangled foot.
No.
Come to watch you guys sort of train. Yeah, it's weird not being out there. It's we did a bit with the youth for a bit. Then COVID obviously hit and stopped everything. Really. Yeah. And yeah, it was. And I started coaching with Titans. So I've been doing Titans maybe 4 years now, something like that.
Was that a straight transition from playing to coaching, or did you have some time off?
I probably just had the COVID year off, to be fair. I think we went back to Halton to coach with the kids, and we were getting like 4 or 5 turn up, but they would have been in different age groups as well. So you had under 16s like 2 kids, and under 19s like 3 kids. Like can't do anything with this.
No.
My mate Andy from the All Stars was coaching the under 16s at the Titans at the time, and just got in touch and said, "You want to come down and have a look?" So goes down, and they've got. I think the under 19s had something like 22 kids there at training on a Wednesday or Thursday night.
Jesus,
and the under 16s had probably similar.
Blimey.
So me and Mrs. basically said, like, well, instead of travelling all the way to Halton every week, let's just go to Manchester, which is 20 minutes away. So that's how it started there, basically.
And how's that been? You've been there 4 years now. How is it coaching? I mean, luckily, I've been chatting to a lot of guys now that say, they have a different take on coaching versus playing. How's it been for you, coaching versus playing?
It's infuriating.
Why is that?
Teenagers don't do what they're told. Don't listen. It's funny. I've got a 19-year-old kid who does exactly the same. No, it's rewarding in different ways. Let's say.
Go on. Explain.
Like this, we're having a good year this year. We're 4-0.
Nice.
We've spanked a couple of teams. We've spanked one team twice, to be fair. And when it comes together and they run things how they should, it's like, I designed that. Yeah, I call that play. I designed that play.
That's all me, kids.
That's that's. I think it took. So we'd obviously been training January, whatever. We've got a new lad come up from the 16s to play quarterback. It was a bit of a challenge. Nice kid, but a bit challenging. So you've got to learn how to deal with those type of players. My coaches when I were a kid, they'd be in your face,
screaming at you.
Yeah, screaming at you. So it's kind of a little bit of that in me, which I have to stop myself from doing.
Can't do that anymore.
Yeah, can't do it. I've had arguments with the kids, like just do it as you're meant to do it, kind of conversation.
Yeah.
So when they go, well, I thought that guy there was the biggest threat. I went, yeah, but I want you to let him through because somebody else's job, not yours.
Yeah.
So do this and let him do his job, and then it works.
How many times have you just wanted to go? Tell you what, you take a seat. I'll show you how it's done.
I probably do that in training sessions too. Any excuse to throw a ball, basically. Yeah, like footwork and stuff. I'll go through the footwork with the guys at QB. Obviously, I try. So it's really difficult trying to explain. Like, if you get rid of the ball quickly, if you process the information quickly, that one, then nobody can hit you.
Yeah, you're safe.
But if you hold on to the ball and try running around because that guy wasn't quite open enough when he was open, you're going to get hit.
I can't make it any easier for you.
Yeah, I'm like, I'll do, let's say, I'll do a play that's got a slant on it, for example, and I put the slant on the wide side, and I've told the QB a million times, that slant's on the wide side, and that cornerback's 5 yards or more off. I don't want you to look anywhere else. Just take one step and go bang, throw it to him because he's open. He's going to be open. And the amount of times he goes, oh, he wasn't open. Right. And then because he'll learn this as he gets older. He's not got the speed of thought to go, right, my next man should be there, my next man should be there.
Comes with time.
So then he ends up running around. He's only a small kid. You know, he gets spanked.
He gets splatted by someone else.
To be fair, he's physical when he wants to be. For a little kid, he's physical, and as a runner, he is really dangerous. But yeah,
how does it feel looking at like a kid like that, thinking that he's starting his journey and could go through the same career that you've had?
Well, I hope he wants to. I want him to do better than my career. Like actually win some bloody finals. Starting with this one this year.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it must be kind of, you can put yourself in their shoes, having come through the youth junior program, and think, I'm going to give you the best coaching I can, so you can effectively live my career again, and you're just keeping it going. Do you think that far ahead, or do you just literally think, I'm going to teach you, so in this game you'll go? Have you ever looked at it sort of like?
I think because it's under 19s, I think it's more trying to prepare them for the next level, whether that be uni or adult football, more than anything. Yeah, I'd want them to play, but then I want them to have the tools to be able to be comfortable to walk into one of them teams. Whether that be, some of them have got the physical tools, they've got the skill, but up here they're
still figuring it out.
Not focused. Yeah, the young kids at the end of the day, they're not maybe focused, because when I trained football, all the way through, right from day one, it was taught, this is your 2 hours a week, 4 hours a week, or whatever you're getting, to focus on football. Nothing else matters. Yeah, whatever's going on in my life outside of these few hours, I would forget about for those few hours.
Yeah.
And it don't matter. I'm not joking. It's like, I've been divorced, breakups with girlfriends, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Money issues that I probably had like mid sort of 20 before I played for Holton. I was struggling money wise.
All right.
Yeah, I was in quite a bit of debt. But then they always play on your mind, stuff like that. You at home or at work or whatever, it's in the back of your head. At football, it was gone. There was no room for it. It was gone for those few hours. And that's probably what kept me going a lot of the time, was just playing football, being around those guys. And they get the kids get the being together. There's some really good relationships with mates there.
Yeah.
But they faff around too much. They're not concentrating on football.
Is that the culture, do you think?
That's the culture. A little bit of the mental needs of the kids, some of the kids.
Okay.
We do have some challenging kids that, when I were a kid, you were a naughty kid. Now it's diagnosed. You know what I mean?
Got you.
So you can't you can't shout at these, because they'll just do the complete opposite. They'll just blank out.
Right.
So there's a little bit of me, probably these kids wants to make them better people. Be able to cope with that kind of stuff.
Deep. I like that.
Yeah, just some of them we're in Gorton in Manchester. It's I'm going to say depraved area of Manchester. Really, it's not the best place in Manchester. Some of these kids from around there, they've not had the best upbringing, whatever. Don't get me wrong, I was single parent mum when I was a kid. Probably got away with a lot more than I should have done as a kid. But if I did anything wrong, oh God, I was into it. Yeah. So the discipline was there on mum's part. So I'd be mischievous, let's say.
That's fair.
Some of these kids are naughty. But yeah, I think the camaraderie of football just change that. Yeah.
Like I said before, there's never sort of any lasting animosity, even between teammates, even with your opposite number, everyone, because it's such a niche sport. It just seems like it brings people together. It's quite a nice place to be.
Yeah. Definitely.
So the big question, though,
Well,
do you miss it? Do you miss football? Do you miss playing?
Yeah, of course I do.
So would you go? I mean, we're now you're a CO master. We're coming on tour and we're coming out to Czech and that. Does that do enough to scratch the itch for you?
Yeah, because I don't have to train as much.
You'd have to kill yourself every Sunday in the pouring rain.
Yeah, it's
on AstroTurf with 5 mil of carpet on concrete.
Yeah, it's all the pleasure without the pain, basically. So, what, 2 to 3 run-outs a year or whatever with the other charity games and stuff that we do.
Yeah.
The trials, etc. So yeah, it gets me buzzing, definitely. It's.
But the big question off the back of that, would you? I mean, you're comfy and you do all that. Would you transport yourself back to your All-Star days and go slogging yourself in the cold, in the wet, and on crap AstroTurf? Would you go back to those days?
In a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get you.
And I'd do things, obviously, hindsight's a wonderful thing. I do things a lot differently as well.
Go on. What would you were in the time machine, we're spinning it back. What's young Rik doing? How would you change your career?
Just looking at so even back then there was opportunities to play European in Europe and stuff like that.
No.
But I never, not saying I didn't know about them, I didn't have the gumption to go for it.
Why was that?
I don't know, if I'm honest.
It's just strange because I know you as literally, we'll bleep this out later, but fuck you, I'll do what I want. So for you to say I didn't have that gumption to go for it is kind of weird.
I was bullied a lot as a kid. Went through high school with 2 bullies, basically, all the time. So I've got a little bit of steel in me from that, but I was quiet. I wasn't at school and stuff like that. Yeah, I was probably a quieter kid. Just got on with it. Did what I needed to do. We played football at breaks or whatever, and then back to class. I dealt with them bullies at one point.
Oh, go on. There's a story there.
Yeah. So I've got I've got 2 older sisters, and one of them had meningitis as a baby. So she's got disabilities basically because of it, balance and stuff like that. She's a short-term memory is horrible. She can tell me what I did at 3 o'clock on Friday the 14th of March 1976, but she can't tell me what she had for tea 2 days ago. Stuff like that.
Got you.
And I think one of these, so this has been going on for about 4 or 5 years. This fat kid in the school, it's just constant, like, but it kicked, trip you up, he'd kick you, he'd punch you, and all this sort of stuff. Make a beeline when he played football. It was in the breaks.
Right.
He'd deck you at football. All that kind of stuff. It's 2-touch football. He'd come in and put shoulder barge, whatever. And I think he called my sister a name. And I just, boom, quit.
Oh, go on.
So I grabbed the back of his head, smashed it against a Coke machine he was stood in front of, cracked the Coke machine. He landed on the floor, and I'm having a go.
Good lad.
I think it took about 2 or 3 teachers to pull me off him. So I obviously got pulled into office for it. He never touched me again. Never went near me again.
What a great story! I love.
And it's like, why did I just do that 4 years ago? Like I'd grown a bit by this time, so I just flipped. So yeah, I struggled with that as a kid when thinking. So football took me away from that.
Yeah.
As well, where it's part of the game, bullying other people or being bullied.
That's it. You're standing up to anyone that tries to bully you every play.
So yeah, that kind of brought me out of my shell a little bit with football. But yeah, so the early 90s, I probably didn't pursue. I probably didn't believe in myself as much to be able to go and play European football or something. So I changed that. It wasn't probably till '99 when I got in the England team that I'm like, what could I have done if I'd have tried years ago?
Got you.
That kind of, oh shit, yeah. I'm what, 28 at this point, 27, 28. So like, yeah, that's what. But again, just the times we had with the All Stars kids, that we did a trip to Glasgow. Our only win in 2 years. We went to Glasgow Diamonds, they were called.
They did the song.
Yeah, they did on the open top bus thing.
That's
yeah,
it. I remember seeing that. If you're watching this, go and find
that was their adult
brilliant.
Team. Typical Scottish team, hard hitting, physical. You're going up there for a physical ball game, and we spanked them. I think it was something like 28-6 or something like that.
Nice.
and our last touchdown, one of our lads decided to run down their sideline, flicking them V's. So their bench just cleared.
Yeah.
I've at this. In fact, no, it was a kickoff because I'd done the kick, and I kicked it out the back of the end zone for a touchback. And he's one of the headhunters on the outside, going like this down their sideline, and their bench. But I'm looking at my sideline, going like, kicked out of the back of the end zone, lads. What do you think? Where y'all going? Oh, the fight! Like, comes in, like, we had lads from Moss Side and all sorts. Like, they're Glasgow. It's like two not great people.
It's just a scramble.
That was the only game. But we went up there in 5 transit vans, in the back of the transit vans.
Brilliant.
And came back in transit vans. We stood in the middle of Glasgow at this petrol station, like, hey, giving it all this on the way back. Yeah, it was great.
I love it. So, I mean, what else? I mean, obviously, if you could go back, you would go back. So, what are you doing with yourself now to kind of? Because I mean, all the people I've spoken to, they still have that pang of a Sunday, looking at a kit bag, going, "Oh, I could just have one more little run out, just winking at it like that, going, oh, go on, I could just join."
I keep looking through Facebook Marketplace for a new helmet.
So what stops you from going absolutely crazy and doing that?
Obviously, I've got the coaching the under-19s takes up quite a bit of time, and kind of gives me a little bit of football fix. In terms of, I think it's the training that put me off now. I don't think I could do the training kind of stuff.
No.
But outside of football, I mean, I'm still going to the gym 4 times a week minimum, I would say.
I was going to bring up at some point your big deadlift recently, your big 200
kilos. Yeah. So I'm actually lifting more than I ever have done.
Good on you.
I'm over 100 kilo bench, 200 deadlift. That took me a while.
Good lad.
Just a lot stronger and thing of the arm, but I'm not doing the cardio that I was doing back then either. So
I think you're allowed. Now you're in your 30 plus years.
I get me. I wish. I get me. I suppose my alone time when I go out on the mountain bike. So
that calms you zen down.
Yeah. It's. I always used to say when I played football, I was the nicest person you'd ever meet on a Monday. Because I've been smacked the hell out of, or smacked the hell out of somebody on a Sunday and got it all out of my system. So Monday, I'm fine, I'm good.
Everything's great. Yeah,
everything's great. So we'll go. If you follow us on Insta, I'll probably put the same picture every time when I go out on my bike because it's the same place that I start my ride from. But it's just that, again, I'm not thinking about anything else. I'm just out there riding. I'm just doing my thing on the bike.
So physical exercise.
It's. I got up to what? I'll probably this time last year, maybe the year before. I probably got to the heaviest weight I've ever been. It's just over 16 stone. And I came to. I've done this before, by the way. I came to a point where I'm not happy with this. I'm going to do something about it. So get your ass in the gym after work and work out, and started going running again this start of this year. Although it's not my ankles anymore, which is annoying. It's my back. So because we had the game in Leicester.
Yeah, Civil War.
Where I'd pulled my calf the week before. I was playing on 1.5 legs basically.
Yeah, but you're still fine.
I still threw some pretty balls, I must have. But yeah, I couldn't run. There was one point where I'm behind Jess, in shotgun, and I'm looking over at a D line going, "He's Warriors. He's Warriors." he's that.
CJ and Emmanuel, yeah.
Yeah, there's 2 linebackers coming, and I go, That's 2 Warriors linebackers blitzing. Great. I need to move. I can't move. So I literally took about 3 quick steps and went, oof, get rid of the ball. Like, yeah, get rid of it. Completed it, to be fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a like, oh God, I can't run.
Nice.
But I spoke to Sienna before the game. Like, she gave us a massage on the calf just to help me out a little bit. I've whacked a lot of ibuprofen as per normal.
Standard,
yeah. And she went, "What do you do weight training on the calves?" Like, nothing really, because I just run and stuff like that. She says, "Well, that's probably why your Achilles have been hurting you for so long." Get to the gym and
how long?
I've probably had it on and off since I think my last Titans season, 2011. Yeah, 1 season at Crewe. Then it kind of came and went for a few years.
Yeah.
But then the last season at Halton, it didn't go.
So
it just stayed.
You were struggling with that for what's that? Solid 15 years, coming up to now, 14 years.
And then Sienna goes, just do some calf raises at the rate.
And how is it?
Perfect. I've been running patterns with the kids and going, my ankles work.
Oh,
yeah.
She's a fantastic little
medical
pixie, though, isn't she?
Yeah. But I've seen physios as well, and none of them have said that. So I just concentrate. I just do 40 calf raises or whatever when I'm in the gym.
And they're fine.
5 minutes, and I'm building up strength in my calves again, so they're good.
So bloody hell. So what's
1 more year next year? Yeah, no.
1 more. What every player 1 more year. So what's your plan? I mean, we can still play Masters for a few. You've got years and years left in you. What happens after that? Sort of, you kind of go. What will it be that you go? That's enough.
Probably somebody telling me that's enough.
I love that. I'm never going to give up.
Yeah.
I'll just keep going. Well, it's funny how much of a recurring theme that is.
Do you not remember the guy from the Surge that was like 60 odd that was still going?
Yeah. With the white hair and the white.
Yeah.
Line. I'm sure I played against you wearing a rugby jersey under his top.
Yeah. John Wise. I think he's older than me.
Is he? He's like Peter Pan.
I know. He's still an athlete as well.
He's a monster. He's a really good player as well.
Yeah.
He keeps going again.
So yeah, I think I've got 7 years left in me at least doing Masters. Yeah.
17. Got it. Oh, I love that.
At the end of the day, I mean, like, I'm gonna say I'm in good shape at the minute in terms of strength, maybe not cardio fitness. But like, QB, I don't have to run around so much. You know what I mean? It's it's like, you're younger than me. You take that and run with it, please. You're younger than me. You can run. So
that's a good thing with the Masters is we're not playing mega high super pro teams, and they get it. They understand what we are and why we're here. We're here for a good time, not a long time.
Well, I mean, the first game I played was the Madrid game against the Stings.
Yeah.
And I think I had a hard introduction to that game because it was I went in and the snap was along the floor. I lay on the floor and somebody jumped on me, big scrape across my knee because I jumped on the ball. And it's like, do I belong here? And then I went back in 4th quarter, I think. And I've been talking to Brad a little bit, and it's just like, and we both were on the same wavelength on something. He said like, oh, look the safety off and you'll be open on the left. I said, yeah, I think I've already seen that. So I've looked the safety off, pings one to Adam AJ in the corner. First touchdown for the Masters.
How did that feel?
And great, because I looked at the sideline and everybody was just like, but Brad was like straight on the field, like, come on. It's like, okay, yeah, I'm down with this. That's fine.
You're back.
Yeah.
You're
yeah,
back.
I've still got something at least. So, and to be fair, so we'd done the training sessions all day with the QB coach from the Spanish QB guy, and when we did the handshakes at the end, he just came up to me and like, I can't believe you can still do that at your age. He said, absolutely amazing. I wish I could do that when I'm your age, sort of thing. And I'm like, yeah, thanks, dude. Appreciate
Love
that.
that. I love that.
So yeah, now I'm a bit more established with the Masters, let's say, and the lads that are around us.
Yeah.
I go because, yeah, I love playing the games, but I want to see those guys again that, play.
With the community.
Yeah, get me ear chewed off by Mr. Fryer. And that boy can talk football.
You're fond of
all day, all night, all weekend. Don't matter. Yeah, Tom Mox. I love that guy today.
What a smile on that guy.
Yeah. Tom Burridge.
Yeah.
Looks after me.
He looks after everyone.
Yeah, no, to be fair, everybody, I think we're going up to Scotland last year. We bumped into a few people in services, and it's all like, come here, hugs and everything like that. And that's kind of what you want, and that's like, dude, and I wouldn't know any of these guys. If it weren't for you starting Zealand, because I wouldn't know these. There's a very north-south divide in football, so I might know all the northern guys,
the
Merseyside lads, stuff like that, but never met any of these southern dudes apart from the final.
Rik, you're still brand new. You're still brand new. You're still learning, and there's a load more people for you to meet, and another 17 years for you to play. There you go. Right, well,
balls might be shorter at that point.
You'll be fine. Still throw cannons. Still throw at the full length of a tennis court. You'll be fine. So, I mean, is there anything else you want to say to the good folk out there watching? Any advice from your career?
Set yourself goals. Things you want to achieve.
Okay.
Don't half-arse anything. You might as well not bother if you're going to half-arse. You're not going to get out of this sport or any other sport what you want out of it if you're not 95% committed. I'm going to say, because you've got family and stuff you've got to deal with. Yeah, they get 5%.
That's enough.
Yeah. Just the time's going to come, no matter what. Father Time doesn't take any prisoners. It's going to come. Kind of try to get comfortable with it. Maybe make your decision early enough, not in the off season, that I'm not going back. Make it. This is going to be my last season. Enjoy that season for what it is. Soak up those relationships with the guys that you're with at that point. And keep in touch with people, because you will always, whatever sport you've done, especially team sports, whatever sport you've done, 20 years down, you'll still be talking about the same stuff you did. Yeah, with that same, do you remember that time we did? Oh, God, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And that's kind of what it's about, is just having memories like that with these guys. Yeah, you make memories with your family that's special, and your kids that's special. I mean, everything, but football's the same. It's your extended family.
That's true.
You're still my little brother.
You're
young enough probably to be my son, but
42, you'd be struggling there.
Okay, I never started that early, you say. Yeah, but some of these, I was on teams. I think it was one of Titans players came to us, and he was a rookie when my last couple of seasons. When he came as a rookie, I think I was 38.
Yeah.
And he was 38 on this game. He says, "Now I appreciate what you did to keep on the field."
Oh,
because I'm your age that you were when I started this game, and bloody hard. So don't get me wrong, it's probably easier as a quarterback because I'm not getting pummeled every bloody play like lineman people, linebackers, running backs. I'm not getting hit all the time, but yeah, you still got to run around, and the hits you do take when you stood still and the linebacker's coming through at full speed, you know about it.
No kidding. So look after yourself as well.
Yeah, just look after your body, let your body talk to yourself, but make your decision early, I suppose. That, and if you do think you go for one more year, just maybe do it on that basis. One more year, and then
when that says nah, that's
you'll know you'd know through the season that was it.
Magic.
Yeah, it's but it's still a bit of pill to swallow.
Yeah, and that's it. And that's the thing is, you've got the Seahawks to lean on for the folk out there. There are other organisations that you can go to, Samaritan's Mind, all that sort of stuff. But if you ping a pineapple or an emoji of pineapple to any Seahawk, we're duty bound to reply and make sure you have like support in the same way Rick's having support with us now in kind of the last 17 years of his career. Going down memory lane of all the other bits. But no matter what kind of sport you're retiring from, what age you're retiring at, or the reason for your retirement, you can always reach out. There'll always be someone to speak to. But yeah, Rik, thanks very much for today. This has been wild. It's been it's been eye-opening for me, for if not only for the teams that I never knew existed, but it's been fun and kind of heart-wrenching at points listening to your story. But yeah, thank you for sharing with us and for the good folk out there on internet land. Yeah, anything else you want to say before we go?
No, love you, bye.
Well, I've been Mike Cannon. That's been Rik Lowthion. Big love, so I'll catch you on the next one. Love you, bye.